We're back in the camper van, and it's our last night in Iceland. We just wanted to talk a little bit about that hike we just did because it was pretty awesome. Story time.
Alright, jumping into story time.
Story time. Wes got out of the water to do a drone shot of me in the water. So I was cooking in there for a while and was actually getting a little sweaty. Wes had ample time to, get dressed and dry off and all this stuff. And then when I came out, after we did the drone shot, I didn't check to see if the changing rooms were available. And I got out, and then I had to wait for about 10 minutes before I could change. So I think that's what made me cold. Yeah, it was freezing. So
it's true. I mean, I don't doubt it.
You better not.
It's probably a highlight of the whole trip. I mean, it's interesting because the actual trail itself, the walk, it's 3.5 kilometers, quite long actually, a lot of uphill. The landscape itself looked a lot like LA.
We're gonna try some of these candies that we bought
jumping right in
the other day while we're talking about this. I'll eat a snake.
Well, we know what the snake's like.
It's delicious.
It said like slimy snake or sneaky snake or something.
Well,
something funny.
Where's snake? Okay, keep talking.
Do I get to try some?
You just said you know what it tastes like.
So yeah, it's a long hike. Prepare yourself. It's probably the most intense one we did.
Yeah.
But the end was worth it.
This is called Bubs. Oh my god. This doesn't taste like anything at first, but then it's really good.
Oh.
Jeez, what is this supposed to be stuck together?
That looks like chocolate. It looks
But
like
is
a
it
bear or a frog hugging a
Humping
bear.
a frog. You try. That looks like licorice. I'm not trying that one.
It might be. Everything kind of smells like it because they've all been like stewing together.
These are my favorite.
Oh, it's a whole. Oh my god. You're like the xenomorph. Oh, you ate it. That was fast. Are we done talking about this river?
Go eat some teeth.
What am I eating?
There's teeth.
Oh.
It's like you have really white teeth, but they're covered in plaque. You need some floss. Ew. No. We're staying in the town where that hike is located, and this is a busy campground. I think everyone comes here specifically to do that hike, and I think a lot of people do this when they have a 1 or a 2 day stopover in Reykjavik because it's within 30 minutes, so you can get there pretty easily. This is our sign off for Iceland right now. We're gonna make some soup and eat the rest of our food up. We actually haven't been cooking as much as we expected to cook in here. We ate out quite a few times and it was pricey.
The reason for that is because we're trying to do so much every day that by the time we actually get back in the van, back in the new campground, get all situated, the whole process of like reconfiguring the gear
takes like an hour to
downloading footage on the old computer from 2009. We need a new computer. Then it's like, midnight.
Yeah.
There's no time. So
sure.
We did it a couple times.
But that's kind of something we do on a lot of trips. We jam pack each day full of so much stuff, and then we end up not eating a lot. We've been kind of scarfing down Nutella, like a Nutella bread in the morning, and then we'll go as long as we can. Usually it's like too late to actually eat at a restaurant, so we've been pulling over at the gas station restaurants or Domino's.
You gotta do some random ones too, and just be like,
just put it.
You might.
What if it's licorice?
Well.
Ew, what did you just eat?
It looked like a little skull. It's really salty.
Licorice? It's licorice. Was it this one?
It's a salt.
Was it this one?
It's a salt candy.
It looks
No. That looks like a skull too. It was red. I don't think
I want that though. So.
I think some of them said salt something.
Like poop.
But I think it was red and black licorice together.
Ew. I probably told you to only get one of those because I didn't want one. So I'm exhausted. I'm ready to go home and take a little bit of break just to recoup and then get planning on our next trip. Wherever will we go?
Which you've already been planning for like months now.
A lot of the wind, especially near waterfalls, has some kind of sand in it, and it's been chafing my skin so bad. I'm already very sensitive to stuff, but I feel like I've had a sunburn this whole time, and it hurts.
I think what's funny is that what people recommend here to fix things like that is the Blue Lagoon and all this bogus stuff, pretty much.
Where I got a rash. Blue Lagoon versus today's natural hot spring.
If you have to only pick one.
Today's hot spring wins for both of us, I think.
Yes.
if your wallet is hurting, today's hot spring wins. Because free versus... Wait, which one goes up? The good or the bad?
I'd say free was up.
Free versus $65.
A person.
Per person.
And does that fluctuate?
That could buy you, like, 2 dinners.
That could buy you, like, a pizza.
And the Blue Lagoon sells out, so you have to buy tickets way in advance. But you don't know what time you're necessarily going to get there.
It was cool.
No, I really enjoyed the Blue Lagoon. I did. I'm glad I did it. It's unique.
The one thing is that the Blue Lagoon, you just drive in, park, you walk a little bit, you're there.
Yeah.
And it's easy. They got all the like the showers and everything were really top notch.
If you have mobility issues or you're just lazy, the Blue Lagoon's great. Sometimes I mean.
Or if you only have a limited time and you can't make it out here.
Yeah.
The main thing I would say is that this one, it's a time commitment and a time you're paying with your time and with your legs, because you're looking at 3.5 kilometers in and back and uphill both ways. This one's a spiral.
Oh yeah, you guys, I'm not gonna try that.
I'm trying this one. This smells so good. It's coconut something and licorice.
No.
Here, try the coconut. It's just coconut.
I don't want to try it. Oh no, the whole thing.
That's not the licorice part. The black part is the licorice part.
It tastes like that Harry Potter thing.
Yeah. Well, it's coconut.
Okay, that part's okay. You can get these candies at the gas station. I think this bag was about $2.
No.
Yeah. Maybe 3. I know how to say this word. I know this letter is pronounced TH, so it's Thrystor.
It's chocolate.
Ooh, is it nougat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's licorice in that. I can see it. This is way too much candy for me.
Yeah, we don't eat candy like this ever. But it was so fun and colorful.
Pretty much the only thing we eat is pizza.
No, yes. Because we make pizza at home.
And we make some bomb-ass pasta. Fresh.
And pizza.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. I like this one.
It's alright. It's alright. Okay, guys. So...
The light is fading. The sunset is setting.
Light's not fading. It's up all night.
Sunset. So this is 11 p.m. right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's still quite bright outside. It feels like daytime.
We're probably being really loud, actually.
No one can hear out of these. These are soundproof.
But I'm cold, and we're gonna turn the engine on.
Yeah, we gotta turn some heat on.
So.
Got the boiling water here.
Yeah.
I
But.
had
what's
a point.
Your finger up?
I don't know. I will do this. Check it out.
We have some fun stuff planned for the rest of the year. If there are any questions that you have, if there's anything you would like answered, if you have something mean to say, this doesn't count.
Keep it to yourself.
Anything positive or questions, leave it in the comments
below. Unless they switch it. YouTube could switch it and all the comments will be
or
right
above,
up top.
Or to the right.
By the time this comes up.
Leave it in the corner. If you're planning an Iceland trip, just know that depending on what time of the year you decide to come, it can be a completely different trip and a completely different experience. If you're looking to see Northern Lights, this is not the time. Do not go in the spring or summer or early fall. You're gonna have to go in the dead of winter and freeze your little tush off. Maybe you have a big tush. It'll still freeze. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have Kim Kardashian's butt. It's going to be a popsicle, but the things that we missed out on that we want to come back to do during the winter are the Northern Lights and ice cave tours. If you're coming during a winter time, look into those. They look really cool. The things that you will not be able to do in the winter that we did, well, I don't know if they do the snorkeling. I would not want to go snorkeling.
They said the water temperature is the exact same all year.
Yeah,
all
but
the
the air temperature's not, and you have to get out and walk.
That would affect it, yeah.
There's so much unique terrain, and if there's snow on the ground, you're going to miss out on a lot of that. I personally would not want to drive the ring road in worse weather because it's hard enough as it is on certain passageways with the wind and everything.
Unless you get a big 4x4 and you're totally into that, then it's awesome.
Which we're going to do next time.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
You can only do so much. You know, all the roads in the middle of the country are completely blocked off to regular road cars. You have to have 4x4s. And these are serious modified 4x4 cars, trucks, whatever. Yeah. I saw that most of the wheels are about 3 feet in diameter on average, I think.
Versus our 1-inch wheels.
Yeah, these are about 1 foot.
And then the last thing I want to say, if you come to Iceland, please, 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 please do not eat puffins. Do not eat whales. Do not eat any other weird item that is a species on the verge of being endangered or endangered, like sharks, they sell those things for tourists. Most Icelanders are not eating that themselves.
I think what you said, what stuck with me the most, is that puffins are the mate for life. They're couples. And if you eat a puffin, that means that puffin never got back to its mate. And its mate was just like, forever, the rest of its life was just wondering where they were. Yeah,
because they spend most of their time out at sea, and then during breeding season, they meet together at their nest, and they're going to be waiting forever for their soulmate.
Yeah. I would like to think that most of your audience, if not all of your audience, would not do such things.
No. If you know someone that would do that, give them a kick in their butt.
Yes. Or a punch in the face. Kick a butt, punch the face.
Kick a butt.
You could head butt the butt.
Can that be my channel's slogan? Kick a butt.
Kick a butt. Punch a butt, kick a face.
Kick a butt, punch a face, kick a butt, punch a face.
It's gotten cold in here.
Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed our Iceland adventure. We sure did. It was so amazing. Such an amazing country with so much nature, so much variety. It did not get old. The entire time we were here was exciting, and there was so much to see, and it kept changing, and the landscape evolves, and there's just so much to do. There's really something for everyone, and we will come back someday and do the route with a four-wheeler and head up to the West Fjords, because we did not get to do that part of the island on this trip.
Four-wheeler is like a quad bike, so I would say, hey, I would not want to do that on a four-wheeler.
Someday we will be back, and we will rent a 4x4 to do the whole trip. Well, not the whole trip, but whatever, guys. We're gonna sign off and have some dinner now, so we will see you on our next journey. Bye!
Bye! Foot wave.